Hey Virgo, welcome to your March 2023 tarot reading. So these messages are for the collective. If you're looking for something that's more personalized, if you have specific questions you'd like answered, then definitely head on over to crystallizewithkate.com and you can schedule a private individual reading. So these messages are for Virgo for March 2023. To start off with the overall energy for the month ahead, it's the Two of Air. So it seems like there's some type of complex decision in your life. You're going back and forth on something. You need to make a decision ultimately, but you really just don't want to. Okay, so the Two of Air says being unable or unwilling to make a decision. A stalemate, pretending there is no problem. And I'm getting this energy of, if I ignore this problem long enough, maybe it'll go away. Maybe if I just pretend like it's not happening, then I really won't have to deal with it. But Spirit's definitely like, this isn't going away. And if you don't deal with it now, you're going to be dealing with it later in another situation. Like, this is a strong lesson that you're supposed to be learning, and if you don't learn this lesson now, then it's going to just keep reappearing in your life. So hopefully that's making sense. But this seems to be something that would be beneficial if you made a decision in the month of March. But obviously nobody can force you to go either way. And I don't feel like, how do I say this? I feel like a decision needs to be made, but depending on which way you go, I feel like you might be choosing between the familiar and maybe something that would seem more like an adventure or something that's different from what you would normally choose. So hopefully that makes sense. And I actually just read a book, and one of the quotes in there was something along the lines of, if you have a tough decision or if you need to make a decision about something, flip a coin. If you're disappointed with the answer, then do the opposite. So the main message here is to really try to follow your heart. And the reason that I'm saying this is because to clarify this energy, we have the Page of Cups. And with the Page of Cups, they really want to be making choices that are from a heart-centered space. Now, since this is in reverse, Virgo, I think that you're going to be tempted to just do what makes sense logically to you. All right? I feel like you're having a really hard time justifying making an important decision just because this is how you feel about it. You know what I mean? Like, it feels like you're also really looking at this decision that needs to be made from a logical standpoint. And Spirit's telling you that to be able to make the best decision for you, you're going to need to open up to your emotions a little bit more. You're going to have to open up that heart chakra a little bit more. And I am also feeling something like sometimes it's scary to be vulnerable, right? The Page of Cups, that's that childlike energy. It's that not really caring necessarily about the consequences of something or not understanding the consequences of something fully, but they're going to take action on it anyway because they're getting this inspired idea, or they're feeling motivated, or they're doing this out of an act of love or self-love or whatever. So I feel like there's a little bit of a fear there of making a decision that would be deemed as immature or not well thought out. So that's something that Spirit wants me to point out for you. We also have the Empress. So yeah, I'm definitely feeling like some of you are either being pulled towards or away from children. So this might be a decision that you need to make about a child, your child, even if they're grown. Whatever decision you make could affect them in some way. I'm going to move that over. So yeah, they could be this decision could be affecting your child, even if they're grown. That's just a potential for some of you. Okay, some of you might have a child that's passed, because there's the dove up here that is a message from spirit, and this is a page of cups, which is the childlike energy. It's in reverse. I'm not predicting a death at all. I'm just saying some of you have children who have passed. Okay, so this decision, this important decision that needs to be made, I feel like it's one where you're feeling like, you know what, I've put in a lot of years or a lot of hard work. So maybe this could be about career as well, or whatever this is about. I've put in a lot of effort and years of work and dedication and loyalty. And I should just be sitting back, I should be able to sit back and like receive now. I shouldn't have to keep trying so hard. Why does this feel like I'm constantly being either put down, like I don't know enough, because we have that page of cups there. So maybe it's somebody thinking that you're less than them or something. But as far as like experience or years or something like that, there's a more mature energy represented by the Empress. So you feel like you're an Empress, but I feel like somebody's viewing you more as a page. So hopefully that makes sense. So it could be making a decision about somebody that's not valuing you or viewing your worth, and you feeling like you should be in a state of receiving now. It shouldn't feel so hard, is what I'm hearing. The Empress, she's put in a lot of work. She's put in the effort, and now she gets to sit back and reap the rewards of all the hard work that she's put in. She's in a state of receiving, and that's what you should be in too, right? So just something that Spirit wants you to consider. And we also have the Devil card in reverse. This could also be about, this decision could be about freeing yourself from some type of contract. So the Devil card can represent contracts, some type of bond or binding situation where you feel like you have a duty or an obligation to somebody. Maybe you signed a physical contract as well. But yeah, this could be wanting to end a contract early. So Spirit's definitely encouraging you, like, the decision that you're going to make in the end is going to be well thought out, because the Page of Cups is in reverse, but Spirit's encouraging you to follow your heart, follow what is going to make you feel good. The Empress, she's kind of in that, like, that feminine energy, that Venus energy, that feel good, even a little bit of that Taurus energy, where she's ready to receive. And the decision that you're going to make is because you value your worth. Okay? So those are the main overarching themes for March 2023 for you, Virgo. Hopefully I communicated that effectively. So I have some oracle cards that I want to talk about now. And this one is called Transparency. Honest, authentic, genuine, and present. It's number 2. And we also have the 2 of air. So this is also indicating possibly needing to make a decision, needing to choose one or the other. And whatever decision you make, there needs to be full disclosure, full transparency. There needs to be honesty, authenticity, and you being present in the moment. You're not worried about, well, what about however many years from now? Or even what about next week? This is like, I'm in the present moment. Like, I'm so in tune with myself, and I am being so honest with myself that future that I would maybe normally worry about, I'm not worried about it right now because I'm in the present. I'm not going to settle. So that's something I'm hearing for you. We have number 33. Experiments, manipulation of nature, forcing change, cruelty in the pursuit of knowledge, and arrogance. So I know that this card can look a little bit dark, but I truly enjoy this card. 33 is a master number. You can look more into master numbers if you'd like. But it also condenses down to the number 6, which can be about family and connections and friends and stability. But I feel like you feel that you're being forced to make a decision, right? This feels like you're being put in a situation where you're being forced to make a decision that you wouldn't have needed to make otherwise. So hopefully this is resonating for you. And if this hasn't happened, this might be something coming in for you in March that you haven't quite experienced yet. I feel like for a lot of you, you already know what this decision is about, because I feel like some of you have been avoiding it, but this might be something coming in the month of March as well. And so, yeah, I feel like this is partially saying if you don't make a decision's going to be made for you, that forcing change. A decision is going to be made, but do you want to be the one that's in control or not? So just take that as you will. All right, so this is from a different deck. This is called the Starseed Oracle, and the first card here is You're Not Alone. Isolation, physical connection, and community. So some of you might have been isolating yourselves recently. Spirit's encouraging you in the month of March to try to reconnect with family, reconnect with friends, reconnect with your community if possible. But they're also saying, you might just feel like you need space, and that's okay too. Take the space that you need, but make sure you don't take it so far that you're isolating yourself and you feel completely closed off. So take the time that you need to get yourself in the right mental, emotional state, but don't cut yourself off completely. You have support there that wants to be there for you. I love the imagery in this card. It says, water your garden, nourishment, body care, tenderness, and rest. Yes, you might just need to take some time off for just you. Do something that's really special where you're treating yourself. Maybe you're getting a facial. Maybe you're getting a massage. Maybe it's a spa day. Maybe you're taking yourself to the movies. Maybe you really enjoy going to like the movie theater and eating the delicious buttery popcorn, and you're like, I'm just going to do that for myself today, and I'm not even going to go with anybody. That's okay too. Body care and nourishment. Also be aware of what you're consuming. Now that I just talked about buttery popcorn, Spirit's like, yeah, but we also want to be aware of what we're feeding our body. So make sure that you're making choices that make your body feel good. If you're like, popcorn makes me feel absolutely awful, so you know what, I'm going to choose not to get that this time, and I'm going to get something different that makes me feel a little bit better. So feeling good can also come from the things that we eat and avoiding the foods that make us not feel the best. And getting plenty of rest. I feel like you're going to either be taking more naps in the month of March or requiring more sleep at night. There's something about that rest. I feel a bit tired. And I feel like this also comes from the emotional overwhelm that you're dealing with, Virgo. I think that all of the emotions that you're going through that you kind of want to avoid, you don't really want to process, they're building up. And it's making you tired. So you might need a little bit more rest. This says karmic relationships, Orion energy, polarity, soul growth, and conflict. Okay, so with that 2 of air, that complex decision, that being unable or unwilling to make a decision, there could be a potential conflict that you're dealing with. And this says that karmic relationships. When you think about karma, it can also be referring to learning important soul lessons. What situations have you been in the past? Maybe there's past situations that feel very familiar to this. So think about that past situation that you've been in, and if it feels familiar to a situation that you're in right now, what decision did you make back then? Did it feel like you learned that lesson? Does this feel like it's that karmic wheel cycling again? Like, oh, you didn't learn the first time. Or maybe you didn't make the best possible decision last time. It was the right decision for you because you needed to experience it. But there's maybe an important important relationship as well. This could be conflict with anybody that you could be in a relationship with. It could be a child, it could be a family member, a partner, boss, anybody. So take it how you will. And then the last one here is big picture thinking. Pleiades energy, visionary, inspired ideas. So I feel like, especially because we have the Page of Cups over here, that you're going to be getting inspired ideas. I'm also feeling like you're not ready, willing, or able to take action on it. Okay, so you're getting these inspired ideas, but I don't know that you're willing to take action on them. Like, I just think that there's a hesitancy. You're telling yourself you're not ready. That's why we also have that Two of Air, that stalemate, pretending that there's no problem or being unable or unwilling to make that decision. You know what you need to do. You're getting these inspired ideas, but it doesn't feel like there's much follow through. Now, you can change that. You're a human with free will, and you're walking your own path. So if you feel like, you know what, no, I'm ready to make this important decision in my life, and I'm going to follow these inspired ideas, then you go for it. That's also what I kind of love about tarot readings, is that Spirit can give us an idea of, if things continue to go on their current trajectory, this is what you can expect. But we are humans with free will, so we can always change that. Okay, so I'm shuffling the cards. I want to see what's hidden from Virgo. Yeah, the answer to your question. You're back and forth. This is the Two of Pentacles. This is weighing a decision. It's also a certain area of your life is feeling off balance, and maybe you haven't quite realized it yet, but if you really think about it, you're like, wow, I really haven't reached out to family lately, or wow, I really haven't reached out to this friend or done this self-care thing in a really long time. And so I feel like something's being brought to your attention in the month of March. It's something that's been hidden from you. You haven't quite realized it. But once you do realize it, you're like, oh, that's why things feel so rocky. Things feel so out of balance. It's because I haven't been doing this thing or talking to my community, my special group of people that I can always rely on. So I think that that's something that's hidden from you, is what area of your life is out of balance. And once you take action on that, things will start to feel a little bit more settled. All right, so what's a potential challenge? Staying in a negative mindset. It's going to be potentially hard for you to get yourself out of a negative mindset here, because we have the Five of Cups, and that is that pessimism, that, wow, I have these 3 spilled cups in front of me and things are not going the way I expected. I expected to have 5 cups and I only have 3, or I only have 2 now. And so Spirit's telling you, once you can get out of that pessimistic mindset or that lack mindset, then you'll realize, wow, I still have a lot of beautiful things in my life and I'm still going to move forward. Once I get back into town, guess what? I can fill my cups up again. No big deal. But getting yourself out of that funk, out of that sadness and possibly almost depressive energy, once you can pull yourself out of that, things will start to lighten up for you. So the last card that I'm going to talk about is this oracle card. It's from the Oracle of the 7 Energies, and it's called the Storyteller, number 17. So I'm going to read about this card. The key concepts here are identity, positive self-definition, teaching others how to treat you through the stories you tell about who you are. Absolutely. So I've already talked in this reading about knowing your worth. How are you being treated? How are you allowing others to treat you? Who are you right now? So maybe part of your identity is being questioned. All right, so this says, do you know the story you tell others about who you are? You are a unique being with unique talents and a story unique to you and your experience. In fact, your destiny. can be found in the way you weave together these threads of yourself in the world. If there's anything in your life you want to change, then it's time to adjust the story you tell about yourself. Perhaps you are too self-deprecating or apologetic about how you shine, minimizing your power so others will accept you. Perhaps the way you voice your expectations diminishes your ability to succeed, or you are too willing to tolerate a less than supportive environment. This Five of Cups can definitely be self-deprecating talk, okay? So we also have, it's easy to be in denial when it comes to others and their behavior towards you. Understand, however, that you teach people how to treat you through how you talk about yourself. Once you recognize what story you're telling others about how to treat you, you can tell a different one. What if you could connect to your true power as a co-creator of your reality? The story originates in your mind, how you think, your conditioning, and past experiences, how you view the world, and what you expect to see in it. So maybe how you've been treated in the past, that karmic relationships card that came out, possibly how you've allowed other people to treat you in the past. Maybe you're allowing that again, and maybe it's time to step up those boundaries and adjust that story that you tell about yourself. Okay. The truth is, you have everything you need to tell a new tale and weave more blessings into the world as your unique contribution. In fact, practice speaking of your amazing success, your overflowing abundance, and all of the love that surrounds you. Soon, the outer world will tell the same story back to you. I love this for you, Virgo. It's definitely time for you to write your story. How do you want to be treated? You get to determine that, right? The way you talk about yourself and present yourself to the world, that's going to define how people treat you, right? So having strong boundaries, these are all important for you in the month of March. I hope that this reading resonated for you. If it did, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. It doesn't cost you anything. Hit that bell so you can be notified when I post more videos like this, and go ahead and like this video. So if you're looking for a personal reading, you can schedule on crystallizewithkate.com. Otherwise, I hope you have a beautiful month of March, and I will see you in another video.